All right, welcome to Activity 3.7 in the CASTLE curriculum, and we're looking at how charge is different from energy and a non-battery origin of charge using a Genecon. This is a Genecon right here. All right, so we're going to get this little generator going. First of all, this is the basic circuit we've been using. I can light the bulbs up with the battery pack, but it wants me to remove the battery pack and replace it with this generator. So I'm going to hook this generator up into the circuit like this, the Genecon it's called. Okay, so I'm hooking this up in series in this circuit. And it says, turn the crank on the Genecon at a steady rate of 1 or 2 revolutions each second and feel the effort needed for lighting the bulbs. Caution, if you turn the crank too rapidly, you'll burn out the bulb, so be careful of that. See that? I can light up the bulbs just by turning the crank. Now, number 1, unscrew one of the bulbs enough to break the circuit. Then turn the crank on the Genecon for about 10 seconds. Is it easy or difficult to turn the crank when the circuit is broken? So take the bulb out like I just did, turn this again, and see if it's easier or harder to turn. Explain that here. Is there any difference in the effort required to keep the Genecon turning at the same speed when you remove the bulb? Number 3, since the bulb's light with the Genecon, when you have this thing in here, since I can light up the bulbs with the Genecon, what can I conclude about what the Genecon does? What can I conclude about what the Genecon does? Now, next, we're going to set it up, and we're going to put the battery pack back in, but with only 1 D-cell battery. So I'm going to put the battery in with only 1 D-cell, and I'm going to observe the brightness of the bulbs carefully. Note they're very dim. It's a tiny little orange light there. Now I'm going to try to duplicate that brightness with the Genecon, and I'm going to measure, I'm going to record how many times per second, or how many times in 10 seconds, do I have to turn the Genecon to get that same dim brightness as 1 D-cell. So you're going to do this, count 10 seconds or watch the clock for 10 seconds and count how many turns you have to make in 10 seconds to get that same dim brightness. All right? That's number 4. Number 5, we're going to do that again with 2 D-cells. See how bright the 2 D-cells make it, and then try to duplicate that with the Genecon. During 10 seconds, how many turns of the crank do you have to match the brightness of the bulbs with the 2-cell battery? And then do that again with 3 D-cells and predict how fast you're going to have to turn the Genecon. Turns per 10 seconds. And then test your prediction. Go ahead.